भएन नेट ओ बडै बेसी खत्तम आज नेट anyway. Now I think it's working and I hope I'm clearly audible and visible to all of you. This is the day 37 of recording daily videos for next scheduled 75 days, and today we will talk about Indian education and the initiative or the integration of the multidisciplinarity in the higher education of India, for that matter, in Indian universities, right, in UG courses. So let us just delve into the video without wasting any time. If you've been watching all this, series of videos, I hope you guys are taking few information, right? And yeah, again, I appreciate your attention span if you are into this video, because at times, right, this kind of video feels very boring, right? But this is what you need, right? Boredom will make you grow, right, in life. If you're enjoying, then just introspect, right, where you're going. Therefore, the truth of the life is boredom, right? Without any further ado, let's just delve into the education and what will be the effect, right? What will be the outcome, and is it good or bad, right? If we integrate the multidisciplinarity in the higher education. See, the multidisciplinarity in higher education is essential because it breaks the rigid subject silos, right? And also fosters innovation and equips student with holistic skills needed for today's complex workforce, right? Today it's very hard to get employed, and with this multidisciplinary, right, you get a set of skills, right, where you can work in any field, right? If you have multi talent, if you're a multi-talented person, then you can settle anywhere, right? So that's there. And policies like NEP, India's national education policy, that was introduced in the year 2020, emphasizes multidisciplinary institution to encourage critical thinking, adaptability, and as well as cutting edge research. So why multi disciplinarity it matters? See, firstly, complex problem solving. Modern challenges requires modern solution, right? Like climate change, AI, public health cannot be solved by just one discipline, right? Integrating all this science, humanities, and technology from guy from software, right, pursuing BTech can create a well-rounded solution, right? If all of them, come together. So there's a panacea for everything, right? If all of the discipline works all together, right? So this is the first, uh, you know, important thing why the multidisciplinarity matters, right? Where different talents combine can make a huge difference, right? So that's there. And second is workforce readiness. Employers increasingly value adaptability, creativity, and cross-domain knowledge. A graduate trained in multiple fields, can pivot more easily in dynamic industries, right? That's there. And third is innovation and research. Cross disciplinary collaboration speaks new ideas. For example, combining biology with data science leads to breakthrough in genomics and healthcare. That's there. And last point, why is it important, is holistic learning. Students gain exposure to diverse perspective, improving critical thinking, and it fosters them multidimensional approach to see a problem. They can think multidimensionally, right? From the eyes of humanities, from the eyes of science, and from the eyes of technology, right? So that's the benefit. Now let us just dive into the policy context in India. What has been done in multidiscipline, narrative in universities or colleges, or for that matter school. First is National Education Policy 2020. It advocates for transforming universities into multidisciplinary institutes by 2040, right? And next scheme or next initiative or the policy which we have from the government is UGC guidelines 2022. It encourages mergers of the small colleges into cluster to promote multidisciplinary research and teaching. And outcome is students will have a flexibility to choose courses across arts, science, and vocational streams, right? Creating a more holistic education system. That's there. Now, let us just quickly dive into the risks and challenges. First is implementation barriers. Faculty training, right, curriculum redesigning, and infrastructure upgrades are needed, and it is not a task to be done over 24 hours, right? It takes time, so this is a huge barrier. you know and second challenge is risks of dilution. Without proper planning, multidisciplinary programs may become superficial rather than rigorous. That's there. And third risk is assessment models. Current exam syllabus, current exam system, often fail to capture cross-disciplinary learning outcomes. That's there. Now, what are the actionable key takeaways, or the uh, after going through all of this content research, what are the key takeaways, right? First is, for students, explore elective outside your core discipline, right? Example, a physics student can take philosophy or economics in their optional, right, if they have, if they are quite interested in it. And for institution, invest in faculty development and interdisciplinary research centers. That's there. And third is for the government and all the policy frameworks, that is ensure funding and accreditation frameworks support multidisciplinary motivation and innovation, right? That's there. Now in in India, right, see, this thing is quite pressurizing for the students, right? If I take example, right, a person in India, a student, right, poor student, right, he not in context of financial, not in context of rich or you know poor, but a student in India is mainly pressurized by class 6 or 7, right? You have to become engineer, you have to become doctor, right? So with this kind of you know temperament, when you again add such kind of courses, right, then I think things would go above head, right? So, you know all these things must be very calculated when it comes to multidisciplinary education, right? Because things are already complex when it comes to IIT, JEE, right, NEET, right? And for that matter, every competitive examination or any you know entrance exam for to universities and colleges, already things are very hard, right? So again, integrating a lot of this stuffs, right, may sound and may look very amazing in the beginning, but it would be very hard in ground reality, right? I, as a student, I feel that way, right? Let me just know your thoughts and opinion if you have got otherwise. Therefore, time to end this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you've been till the end, I really appreciate your attention span, and may God bless all of you and all your efforts. Let me just know, your basic generic thoughts, if you have got any, about the new education policy, right? Dividing the school thing in semester wise, right? College, into 4 years, right? So let me just know, is it really being beneficial? Is it lucrative for the students who are studying, or it is just mere government government thing, right, to show that they have done something in domain of education, right? Let me know your honest thought on this. So time to end this video. May God bless all of you and all your efforts. Do well in life, guys. I'm really sorry I have to end this stream quite early because I'm not much into this education and all. My mom is calling for dinner. Let's go, guys.